I'm going to be starting with making an egg bake to put into to-go breakfast. So I'm gonna do sourdough bread, an egg bake slice, and then turkey bacon on top. And hopefully that tastes good. I think it should. I'm not adding cheese. I do have Parmigiano Reggiano, which I might sprinkle some on top, but I think these are freezer friendly, so wrap them up in tin foil, I think I've seen, and go from there. I've been having a lot of eggs lately and I want something a little bit different, so I thought that could be fun instead of changing it up with oatmeal. I was about to tell you that I mastered cutting an onion without crying, but I'm definitely feeling it in my eyes. But I think I still did master that, so maybe I'm onto something. I just do a lot larger chunks instead of super finely diced, but I like the taste of onion, and I'm just cooking for myself, so it works for me. I decided that I'm gonna add some spinach. I think you're usually supposed to use fresh spinach, but I kind of do with what I have. I'm all about trying to incorporate vegetables at breakfast, so I'm gonna try to add a little bit more. Hopefully it's not gonna make it too liquidy when the spinach wilts. A little bit of this really interesting salt I'm going to add, and a little bit of pepper. This salt makes everything smell like seaweed, and guess what? There is seaweed in there. There's, I think, kelp and something else. And I thought it would be really good for me because it has iodine, and I read about iodine being good for thyroid health and different things. I mean, my thyroid levels are fine, but I know sometimes there's iodized salt, and so I was like, oh, I'm gonna try to get it naturally, and so I got this seaweed stuff, and it's making everything have a very interesting taste to it, but I spent a little bit of money on it, so I'm wanting to use it up, but it's a whole bag. I got a whole pound. I think I just need to start trying things in small doses, even if it costs a little bit more per ounce, because in the long run I'll probably be saving money. So I was actually taught back in college in a cooking class to crack my eggs on the counter so that shells don't get in there. But now that I'm thinking about it, I think I might just be making my working space even messier, because now there's all this egg whites on my counter and then I have to wipe it off. So I wonder if I should just start doing it the way I grew up doing it. If this has a bad aftertaste, I might just have to call this salt a fail and eat the money that I spent. Well, actually not eat it because I'd be throwing it away. But I'm just wanting some good food. Last week my recipes were not good, And so I'm wanting something to actually taste well this time. And I'm really hoping this will. Lots of pepper and salt because it is 12 eggs. And then some onion powder and garlic powder, even though I have both onion and garlic already in my meal. Now I'm gonna bake this for 20 to 25 minutes. But I wanna add a little bit of paprika just to add a little bit of flavor other than garlic powder and onion powder, because that's what I'm always adding to all my meals. And it's just a fun color. I need to clean up that mess. I never cook my bacon on the stove just because I never want to have to deal with the grease. But I'm going to be cooking this turkey bacon in the microwave. These are some thick pieces. I am so excited to use my cheese grater again. I got it when I was eating a lot of cheese, and then I stopped eating as much cheese. But I found out that Parmigiano Reggiano is apparently, you know, I could be totally wrong, but I've heard it's possibly easier to digest, but I'm not 100% sure. So I should probably look that up. Smells so good. I think I'm gonna start with some cheese just so that the egg will melt it on there. I guess now that I think about it, I could have done slices instead. That would have probably worked better, but that's okay. I'm going to my niece's first birthday party tomorrow, and I got her this little thing, and so I'm gonna wrap it up. And I didn't want to buy any special wrapping paper, so what I did is I just got brown paper, which I actually borrowed from my parents, and then I'm just going to paint on this to make it cute and more themed for her birthday. So hopefully it turns out, but I just think it's a fun way to add a little bit of character. Her birthday party theme is berry first birthday, so I'm thinking some berries. I still might need to look up a little bit of inspiration, but I'm gonna wrap this up first. Oh yeah, and just a side note, those breakfast sandwiches that I made, the egg, cheese, bacon, I think that's all that was in it, they were so good. And the fact that I could just pop them in the freezer and keep them for longer than just a few days was so great, because then I was able to eat a few the following week, well, this week. And all I would do was just pop it in the fridge the night before, and then in the morning it was pretty much unthawed, and then I would just pop it in the microwave, wrapped in a paper towel for about a minute-ish. They were so good. I'll definitely be making those again. I think I need to make this area bigger, because if I drop any paint, I won't be too happy. I have some different gel type stuff to make it a thick body acrylic or impasto painting. I don't even know how you pronounce that, but that's just what I'm gonna say. And so I think I might try this one, which has some beads in it, just for a little bit of texture for the strawberries. I think that'll be good. It's coming along quite slowly, but it's coming along. I think it's gonna be time for the strawberries now. Now I'm gonna switch to the beaded one. I think that is just so cool. Actually, I still have to do the leaves. I totally forgot about that. I feel like I'm playing with icing. It is so fun. I think I could really use a bigger palette to mix these, because I'm running out of space, but I'm just working with what I have for right now. So this little thing took me 23 minutes. So yeah, that's how it's going, but it's going good. It's still really fun, even though it takes a lot of time. It's good for my patience. And now I'm gonna switch over to the beaded one, but I think I need to let that dry some first. I doubt this is dry, but I'm just gonna go ahead and continue. It's good enough. I'll just avoid them. Well, this one is solid rock, so not gonna be using the beaded one. Okay, I'm gonna try this extra heavy gel, see how that goes. I'm about to paint with this screw, so we're gonna see how that goes. We basically just put dots all around. So it kind of looks like my strawberries have something wrong with them with the yellow dots. My inspo pig had the yellow dots and it looked so good, but mine kind of look like they have something going on with them, which isn't the best. But one thing's for sure, everyone's gonna know who this is from without even me having to say who it's from. So basically, if you want to DIY some wrapping paper, which is something that people are gonna rip apart most likely and spend a good hour on it, then this is definitely a task for you to do. Cause yeah, it took quite some time, and it's very interesting because this is only my second time messing around with impasto painting. It's so fun though. It's just so different. It gets me away from my perfectionistic tendencies when it comes to painting, and so I am very happy with it. Well, maybe if I step really far away, then I'll be really happy with it, but overall, it is what it is, so it just makes me smile. That's good enough.